Welcome to From the Palatinate to Pennsylvania, a podcast about Pennsylvania German history. Today, we'll explore how Pennsylvania German textiles reflect cultural identity by asking, did religious beliefs and cultural values impact their design motifs and weaving patterns? The answer, yes, but only to a certain extent. Pennsylvania Germans are far from a homogeneous group, and their designs reflect this. But this diversity wasn't always recognized. To explain, we'll look at needlework designs found in cross-stitch samplers and decorated hand towels, as well as patterns in woven bed coverlets. Pictures of these are linked in the description. Early interpretations, like John Stout's 1966 study, viewed Pennsylvania Germans as a unified group resisting assimilation. He claims their motifs stemmed from a shared culture and were an unfettered expression of religious faith, leaving little room for individual creativity. He links these symbols to Bible verses and hymns, noting the community's origins in religious persecution. A striking example is Susanna Yeakel's 1838 sampler featuring a heart beneath a crown with flower branches and the inscription OEHBDDE, shorthand for the hymn phrase, O Edelherz bedenk dein End, O noble heart, consider your end. Other symbols include flowers, stars, and suns symbolizing Christ, the heart as God's love, the dove as the Holy Spirit, and the peacock as the resurrection. With these religious motifs widely stitched into samplers and towels well into the 1800s, Stout and others interpreted them as signs of religious cultural unity and continuity. Later scholars, however, identify design variation across different Pennsylvania German religious groups and note how designs adopted elements of English and American culture. Gehret observes that religious symbolism actually faded over time, as evidenced by the OEHBDDE acronym disappearing from the heart, crown, and flower motif. William Parsons affirms the design's religious values, but also emphasizes their use for personal expression. Design diversity among religious groups is apparent in Adeline Gier's 1815 needlework from the Moravian Female Seminary, a group known for its ornate needlework. The piece, a large fruit basket and flowers that uses silk, is far more decorative than typical utilitarian cross-stitch linen samplers of most Pennsylvania Germans. Design motifs also illustrate assimilation. Gehret explains that women borrow designs from their surroundings, like the patriotic American eagle. This eagle appears on Elizabeth Metz's 1825 hand towel. Candace Perry notes how Pennsylvania Germans also adopted the English quilting tradition in the mid-1800s, creating appliqué quilts that used German motifs. One example is the 1838 Amish quilt from Franklin County, which has the traditional star motif. Conversely, weaving patterns weren't directly shaped by religion, but they do reflect the German tradition of skilled professional weaving. Compared to simpler New England domestic weaves, German patterns like gebrochen, broken twill, and crossbar weaves used more loom shafts, often up to 16, making them much more complex. These patterns frequently featured stars, diamonds, roses, and eagles, echoing the cultural variation and adaptation seen in the needlework. Benjamin Endy's 1834 coverlet, filled with complex flowers and stars, is a prime example. So in short, Pennsylvania German textiles reflect a culture negotiating their religious tradition, transformation, unity, and diversity. Join us next time.